Capricorn. Thank you for being here to drop in with me and sit for a spell while we see what's coming up for you, what's up ahead on your path, and how you can best maneuver the terrain ahead to achieve the best result and to step forward with empowerment, right? So let's just check it out. This is for any significant Capricorn placement, as well as if you have a prominent 10th house placement in any other sign, really, doesn't matter. Or if you are a Cancer rising, that would make you a Capricorn descendant. So we're just going to dive right into it and see what wants to come on through for you. What is the message for Capricorn spirit? What does Capricorn need to know at this time, spirit? What is coming in for the Capricorn collective spirit? All right, we're going to get a baseline of the energy with the Arcane BS deck. We got wet pants, okay? And what I got from this is you actually got somebody shaking in their boots a little bit, Capricorn. I think that people underestimate you, you know? They underestimate your strength, your resilience, your resolve, okay? There might have been somebody who at one point thought that they could kind of push you around, and they're realizing they don't get to do that anymore. This is you kind of like really taking charge of your boundary lines, I feel. This is good. This is a bold action. You're in a strong position. I also feel like you have somebody in a position where you know that if you wanted to, you could really like, you know, hold them accountable. Okay, there's something here. You could hold them accountable, and there's something that you're bringing balance to in a situation where you got a little bit of an ace up the sleeve. I got that. Okay. Yeah, and this is a situation where you feel like, you know, you've been watching, you know, somebody sort of like play dumb in a situation, like, oh, I don't know what's going on, you know. I have no idea, you know. They're acting like they're helping you find the answers to, helping you figure something out. And you're like, I know damn well that you know exactly what's going on here. I already got the scoop, okay? You know? And it's one of those things where I feel like you're kind of schooling somebody, you know? You can give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but if you teach him how to fish, he'll eat forever. So I think you're not letting somebody kind of play this like playing stupid act with you. It's sort of like, no, you know, you need to be accountable for your actions. Don't play these kind of games with me. And I'm not just going to give you a handout, like, you know, you got to take accountability for, you know, finding your own direction in life. I'm not going to be here to guide you step by step. Okay, you're wanting somebody to not like play off like they don't have a clue. All right, that's what I got. You feel like this person is just, you know, trying to maybe take advantage of you in some way, and you're not willing to do that. It's like role reversal. You're like, no, you find the way forward, and you know, you can help me out for a change. Okay, all right. You may feel like this person, you know, needs to make something right with you, or that they owe you something along these lines. Feel like there's something getting balanced out here. Do they owe you a pizza? Do they owe you a slice? Did you pay for them the last time you went out to eat? Are they always like making you foot the bill? They never handle paying the bill. They never split it with you. They never, you know, they never go halvesies or anything like that. They just always expect you to pay the bill when you go out to eat. Oh, that's how you'll know who this person is. They always expect you to foot the bill when you go out to eat. Interesting. Yeah, and I think you're going to turn this person down the next time. You know, maybe they always invite you out. Like they invite you out, but then they expect you to foot the bill. That's an interesting scenario there. Yeah, there's something not quite right about that. You know, this person may even want to go out for pizza with you, and you'd be like, you know what, it's okay, I'll pass. I'm actually like trying to clean up my diet. I mean, and you may be doing that too. You may be getting a little bit more health conscious. You're starting to come out of the like hibernation season. And, you know, you're just coming back to life, getting ready for spring, and you're feeling just kind of like the sluggishness. You're wanting to eat kind of lighter fare. So, yeah, you know, it is for your health, but I also feel like you're also trying to like kind of like protect yourself from this energy a little bit. You picked this up about this person. Okay, let's get some more details here. Let's get some more details. This could even be somebody who wants to go out on a date with you. Yeah, it's just as I said that, the dildo wizard came out. Could even be kind of like a poly dynamic. I see that. Okay, this could be somebody who like wants to go out on a date with you, you know. This could be a group of you that wants to go, you know, out, you know, it could be, I mean, there's many different types of lifestyles, okay? This could be, you know, a group of people going out together, and, you know, I feel like this gentleman here, you know, does like, you know, there's some kind of gratification that comes through, maybe, you know, through the sensuality that is shared among this group. Okay, I feel that. But there's also this piece like you're supposed to be going out on a date. It's almost like going out on a date as a triad. That's interesting. Or maybe they come on this date and they come with another person you weren't expecting, and it's like a third wheel energy. That's a weird message. Either way, I feel like this person, like when the bill comes at the table, they're like, oh gosh, I don't have my wallet. There's always something like this, okay? I mean, only you can decide if it's really worth it. You might. Okay, some of you roll like that. Some of you might roll like that. You might punish them later. Okay. You know, it could be, you know, somebody's kind of like in the kink community. That's not for everybody, but it's coming in. Maybe that's a little role play. Okay. All right. Maybe it might be a little role play action coming in. You're going on a role play date. Interesting. All right. So that's somebody's message out there. It's not for everybody. I'm telling you, sometimes these arcane BS cards, they tell quite a wild story. And that's one of the reasons why I like working with them, because it is a broad collective out there. There's many different walks of life, and it's good to have a little something for everybody, okay? Oh, this could be somebody that you met, you know, in the past, like maybe you know, just kind of had a connection with this person on that level, and you're kind of reconnecting, but now there's like a third party in the mix. It's a little awkward. You might be, you know, invited to like go out and connect with all of them, but you might want to question why they want to invite you to come out. I feel like it's like a situation you're already aware of, and, you know, they kind of want you to like breathe life into this connection, but it might be for like a situation where you're kind of compromised. Like, it doesn't, you don't really get a lot out of it. Maybe you get a hookup out of it, but then it's like, yeah, but then you got to foot everybody's bill when you all go out for the night. I don't know. There's something here. I feel like this is somebody that you did have some kind of like connection with, you know, or you were attracted to. Maybe you thought it was like a lost opportunity, but I do feel like this person is coming around. They're inviting you out, and there's something that feels a little like, this could even be somebody who kind of they want to have a harem around them. You know, they want to have multiple partners, and maybe they even want to be worshipped in a certain way. Oh, interesting. Yes, you know, and they want to be catered to, but this person's like cheapskate. That's what I got. And I mean, there's nothing wrong if somebody is not like, you know, loaded or anything like that, but it's it's the way this person works it. You'll see, you know, they are the wizard. Okay, so this person they're manipulative about it. They're not just like honest and upfront. They don't say like, hey, I want to hang out and I want to do this with you, but maybe we can go to the park, or, you know, maybe we can, you know, go sit by the sea, or, you know, because I'm not in a position right now to go out to eat or whatever. You know, they could just be honest, but they're not. They're not. This person, oh, the light just went out there. Yeah, they're not. No, we're going to shed some light on this individual here, okay? They know exactly what they're doing. They do. They know exactly what they're doing. They're taking advantage of a situation, and they're kind of like using their sexuality to entice so they can get what they want in this matter. All right. Coming through pretty strong. Okay. One more round of this. You might have been kind of like exploring online dating. Some of you singles, and you were dealing with this energy and you're just like, no, I'm not down for this. Okay. There's no way, I'm not down for this. You've just been meeting some pretty like odd people, and it hasn't been a very gratifying experience. Right? Yeah. This person might like surf and turf too. They might like to go out for surf and turf, right? You know, they might like want to go out to a steakhouse and then they want you to foot the bill every time. And for somebody they bring along with them, it's really strange, this energy. Yeah, this is the super horny porno owl right here, okay? This person is, you know, they're very motivated in that way. They're very motivated in that way, but I feel like they got like a whole like little black book. And if you went through, you know, their DMs, they'd have a bunch of pictures, you know, bunch of dick pics, bunch of, you know, bunch of tids and bits pictures, you know, that have gotten sent to them from all kinds of people. Like this person is very much they might even use this as a way to kind of like make money too, or work people, you know. I got that, this energy coming in here. This coming in for somebody as well. You may have found that like your teenager has been like, you know, they've been purchasing porn. Okay. This is awkward. You know, they're getting to this age where they're starting to think about stuff like that. And now you got this huge bill that you got to come up with the money for. What is this read, Capricorn? It's sort of just like random energy here. Random energy. But I think there's somebody that you've been hanging out with, and there's a third party in this situation. Maybe it was something where there was like some kind of romantic opportunity, and this person wants you to be open to maybe like, you know, being one of their options. That's what it feels like. Yeah, good old rhubarb Tony here. You know, feels like they got something to offer you. This could be somebody named Tony. All right. We do have here this like this kale leaf. It looks like, or no, not kale leaf, kale leaf. Maybe that's another clue. There's something about food here. This person likes to go out to eat, and they always want you to pay for them. It's never agreed upon. There's always an excuse. They just don't even like, you know, this could be somebody who, you know, doesn't mind having, you know, an escort. I could be talking to somebody who is a worker as well. But with rhubarb Tony here, you know, this has been going on for a while, all right, with the pterodactyl. There's like history here. It's something that's been going on for a long time. You're not feeling like you're getting what you really want out of the situation. It doesn't feel like a fair exchange. And I feel like a lot of this could have come up for those of you who maybe experimented with online dating. You're just like, I don't know if I really enjoy this and these people I'm meeting. And I don't know. I feel like I always end up on the short end of the stick. Rhubarb is all about working with the Venus energy. Okay, so maybe you feel like that's what's lacking in these, you know, situations. You're not feeling a lot of romance. Okay, maybe you found out like that the person you're with has been, you know, kind of pulling back in that department. It's sort of like the thrill is gone. You know, it just something feels like the fire got snuffed out of a connection or something. You come across all this porno they're hiding. It might even start like some kind of like argument here, right? And I think that this is because somebody in this situation is having a hard time like being vulnerable, right? In that case where you're in a relationship, like somebody here, like they're just they have a hard time connecting emotionally. This person's just very like, it's very direct. They're very carnal. That's, you know, don't ask me to be sensitive. Don't ask me to be in my emotions. And maybe you really need somebody to be in their emotions and be sensitive in order to connect in that way. This is somebody who may be coming off really tough with you or really hard on you, but they actually have deep feelings for you. Interesting energy. Yeah, and I mean, there is some kind of connection here. And there is some kind of connection here. I do see that with this weird ass mystical shit. Okay. There is some kind of connection here. And I think that's what attracts you to this person. There's just like certain something. You feel very drawn to this person. But it's one of those things like be prepared for what you're getting into. Now, if you're somebody who is wanting to do that, you're just wanting to have some fun, you're wanting to explore your sexuality, maybe you had a connection with this person in the past, but it's sort of like the caveat. Yeah, but I got to foot the bill for everything. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you'll feel like it's worth it. If that's for each person to decide. Some of you have been really struggling to like be in a position where you can really afford all your bills. Maybe your phone almost got cut off. Okay. You might be considering some things to earn, earn a living that you haven't considered before. Some of you may be considering starting an OnlyFans or something along these lines. Somebody may be considering, working as a dominatrix. I'm picking up a lot of this kind of energy. Or somebody may have been spending a lot of money on those kind of services. There's some kind of theme coming through here, right? I also feel like this is out of the ordinary, and you might be really feeling like, what's going on? What's going on in this situation? What's going on in this situation? You feel like you're almost like entering an alternate reality. But I feel like you're kind of like heading on to like a different trajectory. Like you see things in a different way. You got like a certain level of emotional maturity. I also feel like spiritual growth. You may have even been doing a lot of work around like meditation or just looking into metaphysics, looking into things that you hadn't looked into before. Some of you have even been reading books that have been really opening up your consciousness, and you find that you're on a different path now. And maybe at one point you did like this, or this worked for you connecting with this person and you didn't mind for a while, but I think now you're kind of wanting somebody who can, who can play both roles, like maybe you're somebody who does want somebody who's like a real alpha, but you want them also to be able to show their emotions. And maybe you feel like that's like, that only happens in my fantasies, in my meditations. I see somebody like this. You may not think it's possible, but you absolutely may be getting your rhubarb Tony after all, okay? Maybe there are some old school, loves out there still that know how to move like that. They can be strong, but they also know how to turn on the charm, know how to treat you right, okay? I don't know why this is coming in, but I think you're just sort of tired of people coming around that maybe they want some kind of sexual connection, and maybe that might be appealing on one level, but at the same time it's like there's all these strings attached, and in some way you may feel like it's not worth it. Yeah, it's not worth it. It's not worth the price you have to pay with the nip slip poke. Okay. Yeah, you might have been dealing with somebody too that you felt like you had this real like spiritual connection with, and then you realize like this person's a fraud, man. They're just a fraud. You may even feel like this person might be trying to kind of like, if this is somebody who is into that weird ass mystical shit, you may feel like they're trying to kind of hang on to your energy by, I don't know, are they doing like a love spell on you? Or maybe this person does like to work with sexual energy to, keep somebody tied to them. There's more than one way you can court into a person. But either way, I think there's something where at one time you really were attracted to this person. You were really drawn to this person. They felt like somebody you had a connection with, but in some way this person, like, they don't do it for you anymore. Like in some way they've fallen from grace in your eyes. And I also feel like your ancestors have warned you about this person. Maybe you got some kind of message came in, or something came in through a dream, and you were guided to move away from this because, you know, you may think that there's some real deep spiritual connection here, but this is actually something you'd really be better off just cutting off, okay, with the decision maker here, all right? You need to be decisive in regard to this. I don't think you'll have a problem with this. I think you got, you know, you got a good head on your shoulders. I got that. And you know, there's something that's a little fishy about this person because they come off like everything's cool, everything's fine. I'm your friend. You know, they seem very unassuming. You have a history with them. But we see here, you know, they got annihilation on the brain. Like this person is not who they come off to be. And we say, oh, everything's fine. No, no. Because what's going to happen is as soon as you don't agree to foot the bill, or as soon as you don't agree to the compromising arrangement, that's when you'll find that this energy sort of like turns on you. Yep. And it becomes this effing guy right here. All right. And this is one of these things. I almost feel like this is a karmic pattern, like you've dealt with this kind of individual over and over and over again. At first, it seems so sweet. At first, it seems so good. And then you start to see cracks in the facade, and, you know, you sort of explain them away and you keep making excuses for them. And then sooner or later, you know, you put somebody up on too high of a pedestal. Eventually, they're going to fall from grace. And at the end of the day, you might feel really angry about it. You know, this person may feel really angry at you about it too, but it's sort of like this glamour, this smoke and mirrors that you allow to be cast over you, because you know that what you see is not what you're getting in this scenario. And some of you are just tired of the whole virtual experience when it comes to matters of the heart. You wish things were the way they used to be back in the olden days. You know, you're wanting a little, you know, courting, you know, you're wanting somebody who takes their time. You want a lover with a slow hand. That Sister Sledge song. Is that Sister Sledge, or is that the Pointer Sisters? I think it's the Pointer Sisters, actually. But you get my point. You know, you always end up with this. You know, somebody wants too much control. You know, they want to be in charge. And you feel like, you know, sort of bossed around, or just like your needs aren't met, or it only works for them, and they become very combative if you don't give them what they want. Okay. So I think you're going to cut off this energy, and some of you are really changing the way that you move forward in matters of the heart. I'm going to get a clarifying energy for you here from the Paulina Tarot, the Fairy Tarot, what I call the Fairy Tarot. Since you did have all this kind of mystical energy come into play, you know, I do think you have somebody that you do align with, and this person's like an old soul, and they may be rough around the edges, but this person also, they are emotionally available, and they can come from their heart. This person may be coming around with sort of a breath of fresh air after the connections you've been dealing with, where you dealt with a lot of people that are just like really guarded with their emotions, too controlling. You know, you have to walk on eggshells around them, and you got tired of that. And also you got tired with, you know, misrepresentation when you tried online dating or just getting to know people online. There's something here that's really coming through. Bottom of the deck energy, you're like, yeah, no more of that. We're blocking that off. That's not the way I want to move through life. That's not the way I want to move into the arena of love. I don't want to deal with these people that are, you know, too cocky or got too much pride to kind of let down their guard and show their emotions. There's something here where you really are just like, no, we're done with that. We're Xing that out. You might be done with a particular X, okay? Kind of the deck energy. This could be a Virgo, okay, that you're walking away from. But again, it's also echoing that message that's like, look, I'm okay. I'm okay on my own. And moving forward, things are going to be on my terms. And there's also you coming into sort of like this higher sense of spiritual awareness where you just want a little bit more depth in your connections. And the other side here, let me tell you, this is the right way for you to go, because this person's coming around. we got an Emperor here, right? Aries energy, also Taurus energy. And with that, we got the 8 of Wands, all right? A lot of messages back and forth. There's some kind of transformation happening here. You may even, you know, travel to see each other. Okay, this could be on deck. And I mean, I think you're going to enjoy this. I do think there's a little fantasy here, but we do see, you know, there's a little bit of a compromising arrangement here, or maybe there's a vice that somebody needs to give up. Maybe the person you're dealing with is somebody who, you know, they might like to go to the strip club. I have to say, they might like to go to the strip club, or, you know, there's something here. Maybe they worked as an escort. That's possible. Okay, this energy coming in. This could or could not, depending on, you know, your lifestyle, work for you or not work for you. But I do feel like there is some kind of match here in some cases, all right? For some cases, there's a match, and for other cases, it's a no-go, okay? It really is divided. Half of you are like down for it. You're like, that works for me. I'm picking this up. I have to say, I'm picking it up. Because what we see here is you learn, you know, about who this person is. And for some of you, you're like, no, donezo, put a fork in it. I'm done. I have no desire for that. I'm closing that cycle. And some of you are like, well, I don't know. Like, let me explore my options. Let me lean into it. It might be okay for me. It might work for me. And for others of you, you're like, this, I'm totally on board with this. This totally works for me with the Queen of Pentacles energy. And you're really coming into alignment with somebody that does it for you. It could be a Taurus with that Queen of Pentacles energy also coming in with the with that Emperor there. Okay, possible. Okay, but there's something here. There's something here that's being offered. It's unconventional. It's not what you would expect. And you could have initially met this person online, but now maybe there's like a desire to like, well, we need to be able to see each other in person, or it's not going to work for me. Like, I'm not going to continue this like kind of online stuff, I feel. And it's sort of divided down the middle. Like, half of you are going to be like cool with the arrangement as you learn more details and actually get to drop in with this person in real time, or reconnect with somebody that you haven't connected with in a long time. And others of you, you're going to be like, no dice. Okay, so a little bit of a mixed bag there, but kind of interesting. We'll see what happens for you, Capricorn. Either way, enjoy and seek your enjoyment. Make sure it works for you.